A champion has to make significant sacrifices. A champion has to be disciplined. A champion has to be hungry. You got to dedicate everything about you.
Train like a champion.
Champions understand that discipline is always the key.
There is no winning in excuses. There are no victories and giving up. You got to understand within you is greatness. Within you is something that is waiting. You may have to accept a few losses. You're gonna have to sometime understand that you got to lose so that you can win it all. A champion, a worker, a believer, someone that knows what it means to push, someone that understands that they got to do more than less.
Dainfern this Sunday, and yes, it's hotting up, it's getting closer, and we are excited. Welcome to this evening's Duckhook show. Yes, it's another Wednesday, and we're back on air because why? Because we want to have a chat. We want to talk about Duckhook, and we want to update you on everything that's coming up over the next while, even up until October, when it comes to the Classic. Just to remind the guys that it's coming. It's 3.5 or less than 3.5 months away to one of the best golf tours that you'll ever go on. Yes, everybody, what's coming up this week? Well, we're going to review Blue Valley, which happened 2 weeks ago. Some interesting stats that I pulled off Score Capture that we can have a look at. And then we preview Dainfern, 94 players ready to go at a course that everybody enjoys. We had the privilege of playing there last Friday in a challenge, and I'll show you exactly what did transpire in the challenge. Okay, well, here we go. I'm always not alone. I've always got Donnie, pretty much. And Borrant joins us again. Borrant, hello, boys. How has your week been?
Yeah, it's been a busy week. Let's just say slow start, but the fittings are rolling in nicely so far. So I've done 5 fittings in 2 days already, and with a couple of more to come. So yeah, it's been busy.
I can see you've been busy. You've got to take a shave in between all the work, AD.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, it's like when I get home, it's sleep time, and before that, it's spending time with Callum, and then it's wake up and going to the office. So yeah.
And speaking of not having a shaver at all, Borrant, thank you. You're here to discuss. You came second at Blue Valley, and you're here to take us through Dainfern coming Sunday. How's your? Is the razors expensive?
Yes, I must say, just catching up on the week that Donnie just explained. Weather has really turned around. It's going to be definitely cold. It's definitely turning the golf courses into a lot different. It's going to be rolling. I think the greens are going to be very firmer, much more firmer than what they normally are. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the event on Sunday.
Well, greens getting firmer, I can tell you that we are used to it by now. If we can't conquer the fast greens after 2 months of pretty much every course we play and it being fast greens, then we really need to work on our putting. Boys, here we go. Let me thank you for joining us. Firstly, yes, Quibus joins us. Lekker nippy, as Brian said. It is cold, and as you've seen, we've been blessed to have the golf courses green up until now. I think only this week or middle of last week they started turning, so that must be some type of record. Brian Owen joins us, Sunday Series 2 leader. Hello, Brian. Going into Sunday 2. I'm sure that you would want to keep your lead going. Never misses a show. Louis Jensen, good evening all. I trust you are having a great evening. Yes, of course you're having a great evening. You're sitting in and you're dialed in with us. Gerard Snyman, as always. Hello, cold evening. With hot topics on the agenda. Correct, with hot topics on the agenda. Peter Prister, evening, gentlemen. And then I'm going to Jacques, who says, hello, Ducks. This was a nice comment. I enjoyed this one. Brian says, I have decided not to join the League. Duckhook rocks. Very good. That must have come a calling. Hanu is with us. Morne, nice to see you with us. Barry Fenter, Ian. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Even our Mr. Stats guy says, happy Wednesday evening to everyone. Yes, we've got a bit of a... Ryan is hard at work. Let's just jump in there with some of the news. He's hard at work with Peter van Wyk and co. to put together a Limpopo League, a Limpopo Duckhook series. So the boys on the back end doing what they need to do, and that will actually be great because there's many golfers out that side who want to come and play Duckhook, but it's just too far. And now they'll be able to play some of their favorite courses. Let's have what courses are there, Donnie? It's Corro Creek.
Sure.
There's Marble
Corro
Hall.
Creek.
There's Elements. There's Abula.
Yeah. There's Abula Element. Euphoria as well. There's Polokwane.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a couple of good ones. There's Potgietersrus, where Ryan's a member. Also a good track. Yeah, so there's a couple.
And the nice thing is some of them are close enough for even us to go compete on, to bolster the field for them and really get it up and running. So we look forward to seeing how that all transpires. As I said, good luck, gentlemen. Okay, let's start with some news. First of all, we're going right to the top. The news is July is upon us. So besides the Open, which happens next Friday, which Sunday too is going to be the last qualifying round for, this is what's coming up in July. Sunday Series 1 at Waterkloof. It's the first time it features on a Sunday on the 10th of July. We start at 11:20. Then the Thursday Series moves to Killarney. Really tight, and that is a course for course management for sure. Barent was worked there for 2 years, right?
3.5 years.
So there's one for you to win, and also one for you to break down for us when it comes closer to the time. And then we've got Benoni Country Club on the 24th to wrap up Sunday Series 2. Then in other news, there has been a course change, and this course change is Sunday Series 1 in August. You might have known that it was Copperleaf, but unfortunately we've had to move it to Huddle Park. I'm going to be honest with you, straight up, unfortunately Copperleaf is just too expensive. Their rates have gone up, and it's not fair on expecting all the ducks to now have to fork out close to 750 Rand, because that just doesn't make sense. So Huddle will be half the price. So we'll go there and enjoy the day. So take note in your diaries. Copperleaf is now Huddle Park. Right, so just Sorry, Donnie. Just give me a second. So after Waterkloof, it's Huddle Park, as I showed. Then Wingate, South Downs on the 2nd October, and the 6th of November, we finish off at Rand Park on Firethorn. So there's only really 5 events left of the season. Halfway. Yes, Donnie.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, it's like, or wanted to say that, it's a pity though that the pricing has gone up. I think Copperleaf is a good track, but I think if the bunkers hasn't been redone completely, and also it's like the issues they had the last time with the carts, like 650, 700 or 750. For that is it's like I don't think that's a good value for money, type of day.
Yeah. It's also, one of the prestigious courses. We got to understand the pricing, but we also got to look after our own members. Right. Other news is that where are we? We are here. The classic, boys. The classic, as I mentioned, is just less than 3.5 months away. Wednesday 12th to Saturday 15th. So we play Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 54-hole tournament medal. We go seniors, champs, then clubs on the final day, and not to be missed if ever you want to experience the greatest of community and a bunch of guys spending 3 days together that normally are playing separately in events. Yes, if you haven't signed up, there is still space. If you just want to peruse through the list, this is who we have. Myself, that's Ronnie, Graham, De Villiers, Hanno Oosthuizen, Jaco Jacob. Steve Saunders joins us for the first time. Kero O'Connell, Hans Jaman, Leon Oosthuizen, Bobby van der Spey, Trevor Miller, Chad Rose. Martin Tata joins us for the first time. Grant Nell back. Gerard Gaber is his first go. Tian is back from Durban. He will be joining us. Frikkie Steyn, Frikkie Barnard, Jacques Ravenstein, Karuna Kuni all have played. Don, you haven't missed one. Barent is going to be your first one with your Uncle Charles. Ryan Mitchell, and then they've been with us before. Then there's Marius Cornell, Donnie, and Jacques, which we are yet to meet. Lyle Langley, he's back on tour. Kevin Ho. Let's go page 2. Wayne Jensen, Luke Janssen, Evert van Wyk, Henry Hall, Peter van Wyk, Simon Mayer, Peter Prinsloo, Koenraad Pretorius joins us. Jack Lamp comes back up from Durban as he enjoyed it so much. Newcomer to the series, Edward Kutzer is also with us. Billy Hall, Wimpy Vos, and Santosh Bolshut. As you can see, 60 is the number that we are aiming for. We've got 3 months to get 60, and I'm sure we can do that. Then there's another Duck tournament. You might have been thinking, what is happening with that? Or you might have been very diligent and seen on the app that the bookings are already open. What tournament am I talking about? Well, this one. So there we have it. Ramsuk will be hosting the Challenge 500 this year. Good course, nothing wrong with it. It will be a nice challenge. It's a quick playing course on most of the golf course. And yes, AM and PM, if you have not played the Challenge 500 and you do not know what it is about, Donnie, give them a bit of an explanation what they're in for.
Long day of golf, long day of shots, and getting very tired the last 9 that you can feel it. That's the worst case scenario. No, it's hell of a fun. It's really good. You know, it's like playing 36 holes same day. I always enjoy it. It's I've been fortunate enough to play with a couple of guys that's won it. So it's good to see and good to experience.
Let me highlight, everybody, that the cost includes fees for both rounds, carts for both rounds, and prize giving. The champion will win free entry into the 2022 Duckhook Classic Tour. And then the additional credit payouts is based on field size. I think that's a great initiative that the champion can have his Classic Tour paid for. If you've paid already, then you'll get reimbursed because that's what the prize is. So we're looking forward to that. If you are going to compete, it is on the app. So make your booking and let's get going as we build up to September 9th. A lot of events coming up, everyone. Right, Blue Valley. Let's hit Blue Valley and remind everybody what did happen. Well, it was a great day where Jamie Sherry took the title on 3 under. I can tell you now that it was a fight between Jamie Barrett and Yandre de Toy. It came down to the last hole. Unfortunately, Barrett was in it until the last 2 holes, kind of. And then Yandre de Toy hit his out of bounds on his last, which was the 9th, to go back to -1. So Jamie Sherry back in the winner's circle. He's now his 2nd trophy after his 1st trophy that he won last year in the Thursday series at, funny enough, Copperleaf. So there we have it. Andre Kotzer, Lyle Langley on even par. Andre steadily working his way back up the leaderboard. Good round from Leon Oosthuizen, Mark Barragera as well. Peter Prinsloo at +1. Grant Nell finding a bit more form. And Leon Duplessis on +2. So that is how that finished. As usual, I caught up with some of the top 10 boys to find out how it all went. Peter, top 10 finish, +1. Happy with your round today?
Yeah, Mez, I'm really happy with my round. It was coming in today. I got some good ranking points and I'm happy about it.
Practice round worked during the week?
Yeah, I did. I actually shot the same score as the practice round, but I don't mind. It's still a good score on this course. The greens are still very, very difficult, and yeah, I'm happy about it.
Into the Open mostly?
Yeah, definitely. That was the first prize, and then obviously winning my match play against Kimino with 6 and 5.
Leon, top 10 finish. Very happy with that?
No, chuffed out of my socks, especially after Houghton. Houghton was a bit of a disaster for me. But yeah, great comeback for myself personally in regards to Blue Valley. So now I'm out of my socks.
What was good about your game?
I would say definitely my putting. I mean, the putting was quite lacquer. I actually enjoyed the greens, nice and fast and all that stuff. So no, yeah, I think that would be the reason. But yeah, the driving was also great.
Red's always there in the Thursday series. A good finish today, moving up the leaderboard most likely. Happy about it? How was it?
Yeah, it was a good day. Scored well considering the pin placements. The greens were really tricky today, so I'm happy. Shot level on great, so should be good. Oh, net actually.
Into the major most likely.
Hopefully, I haven't qualified for a major in a while, so it'd be good to get back there.
You had a chance of victory. Tell us about your round.
It was interesting to be honest, Maz. Yeah, like I told my dad earlier, it was one of those days you were hitting long putts and then we were 3-putting from 5 meters, but it was great fun. Unlucky about the out of balance on the 18th, hour 9th, or on the 9th, hour 18th, cost me the game, I think.
But good form going in. You're going to stay right up there in the top of the standings. Lots to work for the rest of the season.
I must say I'm hitting the ball quite nicely. To be honest, the driver's getting out well. I didn't hit a lot of drives today. I was hitting a lot of 2 irons, but interesting course to be honest. But looking forward to the Open. Hopefully I'll qualify
You
now,
will be.
but looking forward to it.
Warrant, unfortunately led for so long, but the last 2 holes got you. But the second place finish, happy?
Very happy, yeah. Once again, just knocking on the door. 2-3 putts that cost me, I think, probably the most for today. But yeah, knocking on it soon.
I played with you. You were very steady all the way through. What do you think your best part of your game was?
My putting, I like I said, I had 2-3 putts, but the 2 putts I had left myself with a lot of long putts, long par putts, which also I made, which is probably saved me as well. So, but a good day all in all.
Surprise, surprise, Jamie. You are the winner here at Blue Valley. Congratulations. Well done. Are you surprised?
Totally. It's awesome. I did play well today, but Dani was playing well as well. So when I saw you, I assumed it was for Dani. I didn't have a clue what I was shooting, but awesome.
What happened? What was the best part of your game?
Putting. I always strike the ball pretty well, but my puttings can be awful. And I held a couple of long putts today for birdies, so that made a difference with a lot of 2 putts. Except the 3rd putt, the 3 putt at the end when you turned up.
Big victory. You're into the Open now. Happy about another major?
Yeah, awesome. Majors are always great fun, although pretty horrendous playing medal. But it's where is it?
Ibotsi.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's. I need some more balls then, Maz, please.
Well done, congratulations.
Thank you.
Always a character, old Jamie Sherry. Yes, well done to Jamie, as I mentioned. Now it's 2nd league victory. Donnie, you played with him. Did you spur him on? How did he play? Here's his scorecard. Take us through it.
Yeah, no, it was actually very nice to play with Jamie. It's like I always have fun with him. But yeah, he actually had a bit of a tough start, if I can say so. He wasn't. He was driving the ball okay, but his approach shots and chips around the green was a little bit off. But where everything sort of turned for him was from hole number 8. I think he made a birdie, I think, on hole number 8 or 9. But and from there, he just went on strength to strength, and everything just clicked. And I think, if I remember correctly as well, on hole number 14, he made a birdie for 4 points on one of his stroke holes. And then from there, it was just, you couldn't stop him. But also the other thing that we didn't know, so I was entering the scores, but I wasn't looking at the leaderboard. So by the time we got to the 18th green, it was sort of a surprise to all of us that he was leading the whole day. So he gave me a little bit of flack afterwards, but no, he played really well. The back 9, he was solid, didn't put anything wrong or any foot out of place. So yeah, well done to him.
The score was -3. I don't know why that scorecard's got -4. Am I right? Yeah, it was -3.
It was -3. Yeah.
That's strange. Let's see if it's done the same with Borrent. Borrent, here's your scorecard. We played together. You really, really did play well. Your putting was really, really good, except for 2 holes where you just hit it a bit off and then 3-putted. So take us through your scorecard. Remember that you're playing off a 2, everyone.
Yes, yeah. I started. I had a very lucky start on 1. I hit it on that island and I made par, and 3 birdies in a row, and then I parred my stroke hole on the 5th hole, which was actually also a stupid par, but nevertheless. And then like we said, I 3-putted down the 9th and the 10th, which took me back to 1 under. Then I the stroke hole on the 11th, which helped again, and a birdie on 13, I think it was. Yes, that helped. And
Tell us what happened 16 and 17 then.
Yesterday, I smacked hell of a nice tee shots. Like you saw, it was down the middle. The approach shots, both of them were less than 120, and yeah, I just missed the greens.
So the 16th, you went just over, then you kind of fluffed the chip onto the fringe and it didn't roll out like you wanted to. And then 3-putted from there. And then the 17th, you came up short and then duffed another one.
Yeah, I had tough lies. I missed both of those greens, like I said. It didn't go my way. I had bad lies. I fluffed both of those chips, but yeah, it was just not meant to be, I suppose. But it was all in all a good day. It was a lot more positives than negatives. I'm playing a lot better than what I've been playing the last month or two. So I'm definitely taking a lot more positives out of this tournament than negatives, I must be honest.
And like I said, Killarney's next. So watch if the betting people out there, might be Boren's turn to win. D?
No, I just wanted to ask Borent, did you know that you were close into the lead at that stage on the 16-17?
I was, to be dead honest with you, I did know I was close to the lead or tied leading or whatever, but I was more looking at the milkshake, which I was more happy to win.
Lies, I tell you, lies. Milkshake
I
versus
just think
Duckhook title.
I think you just had a couple of glasses of Coca-Cola.
Never.
I had some comments that I quickly want to put in before we move on. Ryan says, looking forward to the Classic, leave already approved, and I'm sure that he really wants to prove a point this year. Yes, not yesterday. Well, the last time he was so close, coming down the 18th with a sniff of if things went his way, depending on other people's scores. But I'm sure he's going to come back for more. And then Gerard Sneeman says, already booked for the Challenge 500. I know why. Because he wants to win his spot at the Classic. That is why. Right, let's carry on with our results from Blue Valley. We have the pins. Par 3 second was Carlo Hayes, who had his first round with us. He came closest to the pin. At par 3 12th was Neville Kurz, who stuck it really, really close, winning himself a Golferade. What do we call it? Case of Golferade. Sure, the words have lost me. And then Andre Kotze winning the Golf Concepts voucher. This I found very interesting, gentlemen. This is the hole rank, okay? How this works. Now check this out. So we've got, it's ranked in from a points point of view. So if you look at the first hole, the average points was 1.02, which made it the second most difficult hole. The par for 10th, which is on the same green, was the first hardest hole. Now this is the stroke 17 and 18. It was under par. Bart made a very good point, saying that it was fresh in the morning. We didn't know how the greens were running, and that could have easily contributed to the scoring on these two holes. But then if we go to the flip side, the easiest hole was the 6th hole, the one up the hill, after the par 5. That was the easiest at an average of 2.05 individual Staverford points. What was the second? And the par 5, almost 2 again. So this is on score capture. If you really go into the analytics of it, I found it very, very interesting. So there we go. It will be nice to see what Houghton is going to produce for us. This was the groups, D.
Yeah, so Group A, obviously Jamie winning the day. It's like beat yourself, Leon du Plessis, Okkie Brits, and Leon Creer. And then obviously Group B, Grant Nell, featuring on +2, beating Carl, Hansi, Kunrad, Senior, and Junior.
There we go, well done. Then another side game we had on score capture, apologies, score capture was a 4-ball alliance, par 3s and 4s, 2 scores to count, par 5s, all scores to count. And look, Donnie's in it again with Jamie. There's a 12-pointer there on the 5th, because that's all the scores to count. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, that was, I made birdie on the hole for 3 points, and then there was 3 pars, which gave us that hard number. And then obviously there on the back 9 is a 8-pointer as well, which was basically, I think it's 13, which also is like, I think
also
that's
par
also
5, yes.
Par 5, yeah. It's like where, I think I also birdied that one, and a couple of pars came in there. So yeah, it was it's not every day you see a 12 and 8 points on the scorecard.
No. Well done, Paul, Jamie, Uki, and yourself. Very, very good. Right, there's always the head-to-heads that we are getting to the end of the season. 9.5 now for the red team. Donnie, have a look at that. 9-1. Can you actually believe it? 9 of the players won their games in the red team.
That's a hiding.
Except for who lost their game? Who's the culprit here?
Ryan lost his game against Russell Tandy.
There we go. Sorry, the second one. So, other than that, that would have been the first ever clean sweep of a team. So we keep marching on forward. How does the Thursday series stand? Donnie, you have lost your lead because Jandre shot -1 and you shot +2. So now he's up to 175 points and you are 1 point behind the man. So lots to fight for. Andre Kotze moves up to tied third on 169. So a little bit of a buffer between 1 and 2. There are 3 guys tied on third position on 169 points. And then Simon Mayer, 168, goes down from 5th to 6th. Grant Nell with a good finish goes up. Jamie Sherry goes up as he would to tied 8th. Gerber tied 8th. And Barnes, you are into the top 10. So, Matty, you cannot miss any more games. That's all I'm saying. If you want to contend, you need to bring your A game. Happy?
100%.
Right. You'll be wondering, it's coming up to the Open. So we have confirmed most players, except for the last guys of Sunday 2, because we don't know where they're going to end. Let's have a look. Just to remind you that this is what we're playing for. Besides the bragging rights of being the Open champion and a major champion and taking home the Claret Jug, the champion will walk away with 3,000 credits. The runner-up, 1,500 credits. And third place, 500 credits. This goes a really long way. If you're on tour, that's a great way to pay for half your tour, Abe, Donnie.
That is correct.
So,
that is correct.
Thank you very much to GP Prinslers, which is Peter Prinslers Procureurs and Attorneys, and his side companies, Corporate Labor Solutions and Legal Consultants. They have put up the prize fund. And let me tell you what else all the qualifiers are going to get. A memento. Now, this is what it looks like. I don't know if it's flipped, but it is a coin, a ball marker. It says Open 2022. And on the other side, it has our sponsor. This is harder than it looks. TP Princelet. This is proper. You could kill someone with this if you threw it really hard. So this will not break. So all the qualifiers, you're taking this home. As for your hard work. Let's just remind everybody who's qualified well. Automatic qualifiers, Fricky Barnard as 2021 Player of the Season, Ronnie Volherter as the 2021 Sunday Series 2 champion, myself as the Open Defending champion, and Grant Nell as 2022 Masters champion. You might be wondering, where's the rest of them? Well, Randall is not able, as a Sunday 1 champion, to make it up from Durban, as he's now in Durban. Let's remind you, Sunday Series 1, this is what it looks like. Dani Geldenhuys has qualified through there, winning at Houghton. Peter van Wyk winning at Magalies. Fricky Steyn, Barry Fenter, and John van der Venter. Now, let me just remind you, there are people that were in between some of these that were not available, so we moved down the list. Jaco van Staden, Wayne Jensen's in, Okie Brits, Ashley Herman, Bobby van Spey, Shannon Schaefer, Trevor Miller. The last 2 says to be confirmed. Why does it say to be confirmed? Because it goes too far down the list and ranking points. And it's not fair if you've played one game and you've got 50 points and you're going to go through, where in Sunday Series 2, the guys down to 16, 17 have scored all over 100 points. They have put in more effort. So some of Sunday 2 guys will be lucky enough to move across, if not on Thursday. Then there will be 1 or 2 wildcard selections. But we want to keep it fair. We don't want to just go down a list because there's a list to go down. Agreed? Agreed. Right. Thursday series. These guys are all confirmed. Simon Mayer, Jamie Sherry, Barent, you are there. Leon Oosthuizen, Jandre de Toy, Fats Carlos, Gerard Gerber, Andre Kotze, Hansi Haman, Peter Prinsloo, Landon Dad, Lyle Langley, Leon Duplessis, and Hilton Button have all made it through the Thursday series and all confirmed. Right. This is what Sunday 2 looks like. Now, half of them have been confirmed because they're not going to be caught. Obviously, Louis Jordan, Richard Stewart, Edwin Skolz, Karuna Kuni, Brian Owen. Those guys have got enough points to get through already and qualify. Ryan Aswell, And then Hanu's also confirmed, but now we sit from underneath. Luki's confirmed because he's one off in the Thursday series, so he would make it either way. Clint Broders, Jacques Klutter, Russell Tandy, Steve Saunders, and Martin Tata are all sitting within that very fine line of whether they'll qualify or not. They need a decent round. And don't forget, if Dainfern, if there's a couple of guys who are not in that list, who finish in the top 5, that's going to change a lot of things. So we wait and see, and then we'll confirm as soon as possible with you once we have the ranking points sorted out. Very important because we need to confirm everything, and we don't have much time because it's straight on Friday. So that is the Open. Hope you're looking forward to that. So play well at Dainfern, which is coming up next. Right, as we're playing that, Tim Greenberg actually just joined the show. Hello, Tim. Just in time to see what transpired in the challenge that I had mentioned. Duckhook taking on Dainfern for the second time. We took them on 2 years ago, and we did not win that one. So, if you are ready, here is a video. Grab your coffee, your beer, your tequila, whatever you are drinking, and see how it all came down to one of the last holes. Come the 26th of June, Sunday Series 2 returns, and it returns to Dainfern, a very popular spot. Gauteng's first golf estate, Gary Player designed with 52 bunkers, obviously if it's a Gary Player design, and the Yixkay River features running through the entire state. Yes, we're looking forward to it. Last year, Jacques Gravenstein was the champion. Who will be the champion in 2022? Well, the reason we are here, we as in Simon and myself, is that the boys from Dainfern, Golf Director Tim Steenberg, has challenged us once again.
Oh, it's on, but it didn't know I'm putting the first one in the water.
Just putting for eagle, so pretty much 2 putts to win. Oh, well done, gentlemen. So that is a 4 and a 3-pointer. And Dainfern, Team Dainfern, are going to beat us.
There we go.
Well done, boys. Let's see if Duckhook can have the bragging rights.
So look, I think last time we tried to take it easy on you guys. Obviously I didn't have a good game myself, but I think today we're just going to go balls to the wall. Put in a few training sessions up the range. I've had 1 or 2 games in between that. So yeah, hopefully all my balls go in the hole today, and we shall see what the outcome is a little bit later.
It's always important to make sure we have the coin toss to see who starts first. Tim will call. Let's go, Tim.
Tails never fails.
It is it.
Damn it.
Right, we're off first.
Sounds like fun, let's do this.
Let's kill it.
Enjoy it. 100%, gentlemen.
So we are on the back foot. We have a point to prove. How are you going to keep us down?
I think I'm going to make birdie on the last hole to win 1 up again.
Yeah, birdie on the last hole.
I think
He had an
that's
eagle
an idea.
attempt and he just missed it. Good luck today.
Hopefully we all play better though.
Game plan?
Well, play better than the last time, so we can beat you maybe 5 and 4.
Okay.
I think that's the plan.
Okay, I'm going to go now.
That's what I thought.
But I
You might be thinking, but what are the handicaps? Well, Dean plays with +2, Tim for 4, I'm for 14, Simon's off an 8. up after one.
They started 1 up last time. Oh, so this one good.
It's good.
I think we all square.
All right, we're back to 1 up. Just finished the stroke 1, 7th hole, par 4. Easy hole, 4 pars and a birdie. Yeah, and a half. So moving on to the 8th. It's 1 up, Team Duckhook.
Okay, we got the hole. We all square. Want to play on this 9.
I'm the only one that strokes this hole. We're all in our line, so they're going to give me a read, but my putt takes it, unless they drain theirs for a half, which would be birdies. Let's go.
We are 1 up after 10 holes and looking good.
Another win.
Another birdie, another one.
It's getting tough now.
2 up, boys, 2 up.
Yay, back to 1 up.
Okay, so we stopped the bleeding. We are now 1 down, and we've got 5 holes to go. You're only operating birdies to win holes, eh?
That's it. It's the only one I got all day. Probably the only one I'll get all day. But
2 up.
2 up.
Yeah, you know, well done.
2 and 1.
One better
Thank
than
you,
the last
gentlemen.
time. Well
Thanks
done.
for a great day.
Appreciate it. Okay, we came out here. Thanks, team.
Thank you.
We came out here with much confidence,
Played worky. 2 and 8.
but they beat us 2 and 1. One better than last time. Sorry, boys. There's always next year.
There we go.
They just went on a run and we couldn't keep up eventually. And yeah, we didn't have our best golf, unfortunately, Donnie.
Maz, that is a 2-0 streak for them. I think maybe we need to get some other Duckhook representatives to go and challenge them, maybe.
You might be right. But they played it as their home course. They played it all the time. And Tim was making some monster putts, as you saw there. So congratulations to the boys from Dainfern.
Sorry, Maz, can I quickly interrupt? I just want to, one thing I did notice in that video, if you look at the start of the video, basically this time last year, that course was brown. And if you look at it now, it's like it's still green. So I really think we're going to have a really good day, on Sunday. The course is really looking magnificent.
The course was looking good when we played. There has been this little cold snap, which I'm sure will make it a bit more wintry. But yes, they've done really well there. Leon Duplessis says, looks like a nice golf course. Never played it. Looking forward to Sunday. You will enjoy it. I can promise you that, Leon. Right. Let us move on to what Dainfern is all about. And the most important thing is to look at the standings going into it. As I mentioned, Brian Owen is now leading 145 points, 3 shots over Donny. Quibus is right there, also tied for second. And then 4 guys are tied for fourth. Jan Venter, Cornel Erasmus, and Alan Lowe. Funny enough, 2 of them are going for shoulder surgery. Jan as well. Can you believe it? What's happening, boys? You're swinging the golf club too hard. Fricky Barnard, Ryan Jensen, Russell Tandy are tied 7th, and Clint Brewer is 10th. So the top 5 is separated. We could actually say the top 7, 8 separated by like 7 points. So all to play for come Dainfern. Right, let's give you some stats before we dive into what Dainfern has to offer. National ranking 69, YT 6,289 meters, course record 61 by Jaco van Zyl in the 2012 club competition, first golf estate in Gauteng. While the scorecard is on, boys, Barrett, give us a quick synopsis of what to expect and how to go about playing Dainfern.
So, like I said, I definitely think, obviously, with the weather changing, it's going to firm up. It's been firm quite a few games that we've played already. But, I think tee shots, very important. I think, obviously, at the same time, course management is very important here. Play away from the trouble. I know there's a lot of holes where you hit over water and water running next to the fairways and all sorts. So, like I said, I just think, obviously, manage your game to your strongest points, and obviously shoot low and enjoy the round.
Putt well. I'm going to tell you about holes to look out for. The first, you need to hit a good drive to get it to thread it in that little dogleg right. The second is pretty much open. The third is a tricky one where if you bomb it off the tee, you might reach the water at the bottom of the fairway. So you've got to be careful on how you play that. The par 3 fourth is a tricky hole, depending where they put the flag. If they put it on the left and you're hitting it over water. Then another tricky hole, very important drive on the 5th. Then that's down the hill. Then another par 3. And then we go the 7th, stroke 1, you need another good drive. The 8th, you can bash it. Either you can get over the water or not, or the river. The 9th, you need to place it between the bunkers. So as you can see, we are now talking pretty much every hole placing off the tee box. 10th is the same. The par 5 12th is straightforward. The 13th is open. The 14th, very important shot off the tee box there, because you can run out of fairway quite easily. The 15th, straightforward driving off the tee box, but approaching the green. The 16th is down the hill. 17th is another thinking about tee box, and the 18th, give it a bash. So that is what we're playing. We're playing course management, Donnie.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, we just had an internal joke earlier. So, Maz, the one thing I do want to say, just my comment on that is, and you touched it on, there's a couple of short holes, there's a couple of narrow holes. So the big thing is you can't, I would say, just from the tee box, you can't overpower the course. You have to give it the respect it deserves, and maybe a club less on the tee box, because if you do try to overpower it and you get it wrong, that's when you're going to lose a lot of shots. There's water hazards and everything placed very selectively for the guy that wants to try and overpower the course and gets it wrong. So just make smart choices on the tee box, just to get you guys in a good position to play your second shot.
And if you're wondering about, it is an estate course. If you are hitting any houses, then you've really gone wrong, because they are kind of away from the fairways. So it'll be interesting if anybody manages to get it in one of the properties.
Can we give a fine for the guy that does that?
Yeah, own up and let us know next week. Tim has been on and says, you are all in for a great afternoon. I'll meet you on the first tee. That'll be fantastic. We'll see you then. Okay, let's move on to what all the little things that come with a Dainfern event. The tee sheet, right. We've got 94 players, as I mentioned, and Tim has been awesome enough to give us some morning time so that we can fit everybody in, because as I mentioned, it's popular. We've got more than we normally have. So the first tee will have 3 4-balls going off in the AM. So we will see them turning 8:14, 8:22, and 8:30. They will go off, and then we will arrive and play the PM field. Plenty match play games that is coming to a conclusion for many of the groups. By July, they should be done. Jacques Klutter, RJ Ferreira take on Granville Williams and Stephen Klutter. Barry Fenter, Peter Prinsloo take on Peter Prinsloo and Neville Kurtz. I promise you that's not Peter Prinsloo. That is Kevin Ho. That's the name that's supposed to be there. Just looks like it's been pasted over. Corneli Erasmus takes on Ashley Herman in the singles. Peter Zakaria takes on Koen Pretorius in the singles. And then Graham de Villiers, Gerard Sneeman, Lyle Langley, and Adam Ford play their final match. Ryan Jensen takes on Luki Janssen. Take 2 this time, hopefully. 10th tee, we do not have AM start, so we are going from 11:24 all the way down to 12:44. There are 2 spots at the end if you're looking to play. But this could change, because if there are cancellations or additions, then that 4-ball will be adjusted. All right, let's look at the pins. Now on Sundays we have 4, because Golf Raid sponsor an extra hole. A par 3 4th is the closest to the pin. As I mentioned, if it's on the left, that is a tough green. Very tough green.
Yeah.
And it plays long as well. It's normally like sort of like close to 160 odd, 165. And the funny thing about that hole is the wind is normally sort of a little bit swirling in that section there. So a good tee shot will be rewarded quite well.
Par 4 10th is the closest in 2. Par 3 11th, which is also a tricky hole. I don't know, the water on the left kind of puts you off. And then the par 3 16th down the hill is also to hit the green on that elevation all the way down is very, very tricky. I got the boys from there to take us through the par 3 4th and the 16th. You might need to put up your audio here because it did come about softer, but at least you can see what the course looks like. Here is the par 3 4th.
A great par 3 is actually not the easiest of holes. It's one where you have to hit the green, and when you hit the green there's a lot of slopes on the green. So gentlemen, anywhere between 140 and 70 meters this weekend, next weekend when you guys come join us. But hit the green, make par, walk off smiling, walk off with a drop. Could be just as good as a par, but enjoy it out there. It's not going to play easy, I know that. Enjoy.
Thank you very much. We will indeed. When we played, it was proper left. It's slopey, that green. If you have any questions, gentlemen, on the chat line, just drop them to us and we will try our best to answer it for you. Then we moved on to the 16th and Dean took us through it.
Here we are at the 16th hole, another closest to the pin feature hole for the Duckhooks. Obviously the elevation is going to be quite a factor when you choose your club, at least 10 to 15 meters downhill. Most of the time downwind or off the right, so be wise on club selection. Don't go in the bump on the right or the left. Tight green, so good luck. Whoever hits it closest, well done.
I hope your hearing was good there. I could hear it. Yes, so there are the challenges. I just quickly want to take you through some flyovers. This is the closest in 2. This is the starting on the 10th hole. Very daunting with the water that you have to hit over, Donnie, and not much space up on the top.
No. It's also a pretty nice hole. Like you said, it's a daunting tee shot, and then like you said, space around the green is very, very tight and limited.
There we go. Promise you, it doesn't look this.
I think that.
Yes.
I think the tee shot definitely is key on this hole. This is like exactly now one of the best examples. Your club decision, taking that bunker out of play, and also making sure that you could either hit it over the bunker or short of the bunker, but also keep it into play to set yourself up for the perfect approach shot. That's definitely the best.
And you really don't need to hit driver on that hole.
No, absolutely not.
No, short hole. The other par 3 was the 11th, which is straight afterwards. That's the water on the left I was talking about. I don't think we'll be this far back, but generally 7, 6 iron, need a good shot.
Yeah, I really think this is one of the, it's a stunning golf hole. If you look at the whole hole from the back tees or middle tees, you've got the water. A lot of the guys don't want to hit the ball in the water, so they favor the right. But then on the right-hand side, you've got three bunkers. And, it's not sort of like shallow bunkers. Some of them, if you're in the wrong spot, you've got a big of a lip to get out of. So I think this is a beautiful, beautiful golf hole.
It will be interesting again to see where the pin is.
And that green is also quite quick.
Yeah, they're big
normally.
greens, eh? And they're
Yeah,
all
it's
kind of
it's
slopey.
normally quick. Yeah.
The downhills can be quick. I don't think they're overly fast. They might be a bit faster now, come this Sunday, but I think it was manageable. Let's quickly complete what we have for Dainfern. Right, Group A, B, and C. I've put the top 4 together. Brian Owen, Dani Geldenhuys, Kobus Skuman, and Cornel Erasmus. In Group B, Bobby van der Spey, Grant Nell, Dean Schumann, and Edward Kutzer. Group C, Sepp Robertson, Jamie Sherry, Leon Duplessis, and Kira O'Connell. Moving on to finally the head-to-heads. Clint Brennis is going to be the captain, and Paul Ricketts is going to be the captain of the blue team, trying to pull it back. So let's see how the blue team goes. The blue team has Martin Sorrell, Ashley Kun, Pretoria Senior, Lyle, Adam, Kevin, Neville, and Granville. And the red team, Barrett here and there, Richard, Cornell, Peter Zach, Graham, Gerard, Barry, Peter Prinsloo, and Jakob Klut.
There's some really good matchups on that board there. I think they can go either way. So
either way, and many of them are the
good.
teams or the singles. So that's how we have it. Okay, gentlemen, that is everything from my side. House rules, let's just go through it again. I don't think we will be 100 as pressured as we are to get finished, seeing that we've got some earlier times and 12:44. But always remember, push, 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 halfway, eat, and move. That is going to be the theme once again. It's pretty much another 4 events where we need to fight the sun, and then things are going to change. If you didn't know, yesterday was the winter solstice, so that was the longest night. So it's only it's better from here, everyone. So yes, push, and then just keep an eye, because Dainfern is in a bit of a valley, so it kind of, the sun sets a bit quicker. And then we'll all meet up. It might be cold, but please stay behind for a bit of a chat, a bit of a drink, and then we'll be off. And then we'll wait to see who makes it for the Open. Next Wednesday, we'll be building up to the Open at Ibotsi. It's going to be a great event and a good one to win. Majors are always exciting. Final comments? I don't... no, nothing really interesting has come on. That's it from me. Donnie, thank you. Baron, thank you once again. And we will be back next week. Cheerio.
Cheers.